Imagine this. The year is 1943, and the Eastern Front is a relentless meat grinder. In the thick of it, the 24th Rifle Division of the Red Army finds itself in a desperate situation near the village of Ilyino, in what is now Belarus. The German forces are launching a massive counterattack, determined to smash through the Soviet lines. They're throwing everything they have at a single crucial trench. Inside that trench, the Soviet soldiers are fighting tooth and nail, but the sheer number of attackers is overwhelming. One by one, they fall. The situation looks hopeless. As the last of her comrades are killed or wounded, one lone figure remains standing. Senior Sergeant Maria Brett. She's a Komsomol organizer, not a frontline stormtrooper, but today her role is about to change dramatically. The Germans, seeing only one defender left, press their advantage. They assume the trench will fall in moments. But Maria has other plans. With her comrades' weapons scattered around her, she makes a decision. She will not retreat. She will not surrender. She will hold this line alone. The first wave of German soldiers charges, expecting an easy victory. They're met with a furious storm of machine gun fire. Maria dashes from one gun position to another, creating the illusion of a fully manned defense. The attackers are stunned, thrown back in confusion. Who is firing at them? How many are there? They regroup and charge again, this time with more caution. Maria is a whirlwind of action. She unloads a machine gun, then grabs a rifle. She tosses grenades with deadly accuracy. For every German who gets close, she's ready. The trench becomes her fortress, and she is its sole guardian. She knows every second she holds them off is a second her division can use to regroup, to bring in reinforcements, to stabilize the line. Her fight isn't just for her own life, it's for the lives of thousands. She moves like a phantom through the chaos, firing from different points. Always keeping the enemy guessing, always keeping them at bay. The Germans are frustrated, unable to understand how a single position can offer such unbreakable resistance. They try flanking her. They try overwhelming her with sheer numbers. But every attempt is met with a precise burst of fire or a well-aimed grenade. She fights with the ferocity of an entire platoon, fueled by a desperate courage that borders on superhuman. She is buying time, precious, life-saving time, paid for with bullets and blood. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, the sound of the battle changes. Soviet reinforcements, guided by the sound of her lonely stand, are arriving. They crash into the German flank, turning the tide of the engagement. The once overwhelming German attack crumbles into a panicked retreat. The line has held, and it held because of one woman's impossible bravery. When her fellow soldiers finally reach the trench, they find a scene of utter devastation. And in the middle of it all, they find Maria Batrakova, wounded but alive, surrounded by the evidence of her incredible fight. She had single-handedly held off a major enemy assault, buying the critical time needed for victory. For this unbelievable act of courage, she was later awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union, the highest honor for valor. Her story is a powerful reminder that sometimes the will of a single person can be stronger than an entire army. Thanks for watching. If you were inspired by Maria's story, hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of incredible heroism. See you next time.